Yebo, Zimbabwe, Masquera say. Welcome back to Africa and Beyond Television Network, where we give you the latest trending news in the nation of Zimbabwe. So I just urge you and encourage you to hit the subscribe button, and also don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out each and every time Button gets sent live. So can you please confirm if you can hear me? Just write in the comment section if you can hear me. So if you can't hear me, please confirm in the comment section as well. Can someone please confirm if you can hear me? So we want to talk about Honorable Job Sikhala. He is attending court today for a crime he didn't commit. They say he was engineering violence. While least the evidence is there about what he said, because it is not a crime to wish that someone who murdered someone achafa nengozi kana kuti achapedzwa nengozi. That is not a crime. So they've made it a crime, and they are making sure that they punish people who are defending human rights, people who are making sure that people are not murdered like chickens. So it's so sad that we have such kind of people in our community, in our society, who does not even care about the human rights, who does not even care about making sure that they protect rights and liberties of other people. Moreblessing Ali was killed, was murdered in cold blood, and they took so long to arrest the perpetrators. And if it had not been the intervention of CCC, people like Honorable Job Sikhala, the president himself, people like so many comrades who intervened, you would have seen Moreblessing Ali disappearing for good. So I'm going to play a clip here from Honorable Job Sikhala, which shagged ZANU PF to an extent of making sure that they allow the police to do their job. So if that was not done, you would have seen this case just going away without any justice being implemented. So I'm going to play this video, which made ZANU PF act. So
Moreblessing tamwana kuna vamwe muno muZimbabwe since 1980 vasina kuwanikwa vakaurawa ZANU PF has the history of killing citizens of this country. We know what they did during the period of Kukura Hunde. We know in 2000 they disappeared one of our members, Ice Patrick Nyambanyana in Bulawayo. They disappeared. So President Tagarapase family. Why did you announce a put? Munyangetero unondo gungano huru. Kaitwa. Nokuti kune very crucial decision yakatorwa nemhuri. Kunzi uya turi pure kusvika mabata vanhu vakamukonda. He was 3 weeks arimugot. Tinozwana saka pana chokumanyira. Sungai vanhu vakaponda munhu dento bata zvinoita munhu wari zvakadini. So we shall review your decision here as time goes on. So it was not a more patrick kusvika nomusi wechipiri chevhikinoya kuti vanenge vavapa. Saka iko zvino maburial arrangements hakuna ati avapo until further chipi.
So from this video, you can actually see that Honorable Job Sikhala was clear that there was no burial up until the perpetrators are apprehended, up until the suspects are behind bars. And that had so many consequences on the police side. I mentioned it earlier, that it was difficult for them to force the burial of Moreblessing Ali without the arrest of the prime suspect, because it was going to open a lot of can worms, a lot of issues which were already buried, which were already hidden weeks back. So you can actually see the power of Honorable Job Sikhala working with the anti-terror organization in the CCC. So I believe that he must lead an anti-terror organization where he is going to make sure that nobody is terrorized, nobody is victimized. That is his duty. So because of that, he is behind bars, because they had to act to make sure that they silence him, to make sure that they make the people vulnerable. Because without Honorable Job Sikhala on the ground, you can actually see that the people are vulnerable. The people don't have anybody to protect them, because he is acting as a shield to shield the people. Why do I say so? President Nelson Chamisa cannot go out to do what Honorable Job Sikhala is doing, because the main target is Advocate Nelson Chamisa. They want to fabricate charges against him so that they silence him for good. But he is untouchable. They don't have anything against him. He is playing smart. So we need Honorable Sikhala to be on the ground, to be on the forefront, doing all dirty work for the CCC. So you can actually see that that resulted to the arrest of Honorable Job Sikhala, even though it was not sanctioned by any law. It was unlawful. The arrest is indeed unlawful. The detention itself and the presentation in court is unlawful. So it shows that we have a bogus a law system in the nation of Zimbabwe. It shows that the prosecution itself is biased, because they have taken Honorable Job Sikhala to court, yet the prosecution was supposed to deny prosecution of this case. He was supposed to be released without any charge, because this case does not hold any water. He didn't incite violence anyway. What he said is allowed in the tradition of Zimbabwe, in the traditional culture of Zimbabwe, or the African traditional culture, where we wish the killers of our beloved ones to perish from the avenging spirit itself. So there was no need for the police to arrest Honorable Job Sikhala. But as I mentioned earlier, they know very well that Honorable Job Sikhala is the frontman. He is the shield of the people. He is working 24/7 to make sure that the people are protected, because he is a lawyer. He is also a very powerful politician, and also a member of parliament who is representing the people, which gives him power to defend the people and to work with the people. So hanzi namemory ncube panapa ED must go, and I agree with her. So kanzi pana Machona wiwa hana mhosva, Pius mamuwana nhasi asi Jobo haana kuita hours. So it's true they arrested Job Sikhala for simply saying that the avenging spirit of Moreblessing Ali will hound the perpetrators, but it took them 3 weeks to arrest Pius Jamba. So if he had not handed himself over to the police, there was no arrest, because what made him to hand himself over to the police is that he was fearing for his life, that people would go and do proper justice, because angachizikanwa kuti ari papi. So Team Zimbabwe, that is what is really happening. Honorable Job Sikhala and Advocate Nelson Chamisa, this combination is very, very, very powerful. So if we combine these people, you can actually see that from Parliament we have Honorable Tendai Biti. He is fighting from the Parliament's corner, and he is begged by people like Honorable Wende, people like Honorable Mateo for Marondera. These are the people who are backing Honorable Biti in Parliament, and they have robust debates and discussions there. And if you go to the physical, we have Honorable Job Sikhala defending the political lines, and you can actually see that this team is shielding Advocate Nelson Chamisa very well. They are protecting the president, and that is what we need, because there is no harm which is going to come through to Advocate Nelson Chamisa. And they are creating an environment where they defend the people, they defend the leader. So there is now connection between the people and the leader. And the arrest of Honorable Job Sikhala is a proof that he is indeed a threat to ZANU PF. He is indeed a threat to violence. He is indeed a threat to ZANU PF shenanigans. So he is a shield who is going to make that ZANU PF won't prosper in its shenanigans or in its plans to cause chaos, to cause war in the nation of Zimbabwe. So he is in court, and there's heavy presence of the police at the magistrate court. So vanhu vari kusechwa 500 meters away, vanhu vese vari kusechwa. Why are they doing so? They know the impact of Honorable Job Sikhala. They know what he represents within the CCC. So the Minister of Defense himself, Ashadabasa, defending his own people, defending the champions. So if you want to be part of this conversation, I always want to give people opportunities to speak, opportunities to come live, add their own views. So there is a link in the description box. You can make use of that link to come here, so that we give you an opportunity to speak about this whole issue. So the main issue, I will play this audio for the last time, which made ZANU PF let the police do their own job. I'm going to play it for the last time, yakareba around 2 minutes. Listen carefully.
Moreblessing tamuwana kuna vamwe muno muZimbabwe since 1980 vasina kuwanikwa vakaurawa neZANU PF is the history of killing citizens of this country. We know what they did during the period of Bukura Hunde. We know in 2000 they disappeared one of our members, Patrick Nyambanyana in Hawaii. They disappeared. He died so President Tagarapase family. Why did you announce a put? Munyangetero ndio bungano huru raitwa. Nokuti kune very crucial decision yakatorwa nemhuri. Kunzi uyu aturi juri kusvika mabata vanhu vakamuponda. He was 3 weeks armed. Tinozwana saka pana chokumanyira. Sungai vanhu vakaponda munhu dento vatazvinoita munhu wari zvakadini. So ticharive your decision here as time goes on. So it was not a more Patrick kusvika nomusi wechipiri chevhikinouya kuti vanenge vavapa. Saka iko zvino maburial arrangements hakuna ati avapo until Trevor chivi.
Saka mazvinzwira mega this audio, and this is the actual reason why Honorable Job Sikhala was arrested. Zvimwe zvese zvekuti hanzi vakakonzeresa mhirizhonga kungotaurawo zvako, but this audio is the reason why they arrested Honorable Job Sikhala, because they felt the impact. Vakanga vakuita, they felt the impact because everybody in the nation of Zimbabwe was now in support of that. So here were the repercussions. If they had forced the barrier of Moreblessing Ali without the arrest of the suspects, you would have seen thousands getting into the streets. If they had forced that, you would have seen thousands, if not millions of people. There was going to be a shutdown which has never been seen in the history of Zimbabwe. So that is the reason why they made a decision to say, let's arrest Honorable Job Sikhala so as to contain the situation and stop the mobilization of people, whilst we make arrangements to bring Pius Jamba book. That is my observation and that is my belief. So I don't know kuti tinosvika kupi with this kind of behavior from ZANU PF itself, but I believe that we are going to get justice very soon. President Nelson Chamisa clearly or made it clear that we are about to win, we are about to have a better Zimbabwe, we are about to cross over into a new Zimbabwe. So my advice is that timuka ngatingouya tiregister kuvota, ngatingouya in our numbers. Let's make a sacrifice, especially for my guys in the SADC region. Let's make a sacrifice to register to vote. Voter registration is open. Pamurukuya kuma holidays, pamurukuya kupi. Come, make sure that you register to vote, so that 2023 tinongoya toita mushandira pamwe tobvisa hurumende yeZANU PF. That is the only way, that is the only power we have as citizens. We don't have guns, we don't use violence, we only use our vote, and that vote is going to work, because we are not going only to only vote. We are going to vote and we are going to defend our vote. So that is what we are going to do. Thank you, Memory Nxube Taka register, and it's very beautiful. So we have people who are registered to vote, and that is so beautiful. That is so wonderful. To those who are not registered, just let's make it something a priority to register to vote. Let's prioritize voter registration, because our champions, the people who are defending the political lines, they need our support in terms of votes. We need to overwhelm ZANU PF, because people like Honorable Job Sikhala might come out in 2023 and defend the political lines. But if we are not registered to vote, we won't have any justification whatsoever. So if we are registered to vote, we can overwhelmingly go and challenge ZANU PF and say, can you prove that you won these elections? We can do that, because tinenge takaregister kuvota uye vanhu vacho tinenge tiripo tichitaura kuti isusu takavhotera Shanduku. Can you prove kuti wakavhoterwa nani? Saka you actually see kuti ngatiti pavhota vanhu 8 million and 5 million vanhu vobva vabuda vachiti tiudzei kuti ZANU PF makavhoterwa nani. You would actually see that that situation will be very difficult for ZANU PF, because there is no way they will murder 5 million people. There is no way they will murder vanhu vakawanda. So if we register to vote, we defend the vote and make sure that we hold them accountable. Zvinogona kutifambira zvakanaka. So if you want to join, there is a link in the description box. Use that link to come through. Use that link to come through, and I will add you here live on this platform. So we have our affiliate platform, yakanzi ABTN News. Please visit that platform and subscribe so that you don't miss out patinenge tichikupai my daily news updates, my hourly news updates. Our intention is to make hourly news updates on that platform, ABTN News. The link is in the description box as well. So if you go and check ABTN News, you subscribe, then we will give you hourly updates. That is our intention going forward. Kusvika tasvika 2023 pasina chekumirira waya tichirova basa, making sure that everybody is informed about what is happening. So the mission of this live was to show you the power of Honorable Job Sikhala working together with Advocate Nelson Chamisa and other cadres like Honorable Tendaibit. So in summary, or in short, we are saying Honorable Tendaibit and team, they are working from the parliament side, making sure that they hold their regime accountable. And Honorable Job Sikhala is defending the political lines and is leading an anti-terror organization where we need to make sure that nobody is killed because of politics, because of violence, because of what you believe in. So you can actually see that that is linking the president and the people, because we need someone who is linking the people and the president, because the president cannot go onto the ground. Number one, he's not in parliament, which means he cannot defend us in parliament, and that role is being taken by Honorable Tendaibiti and others. And politically, he cannot go on the forefront because he is the main target. So we have a frontman, Honorable Job Sikhala, doing a perfect job, and we have people like Honorable Amos Chibai doing the organizing work perfectly. So Comrade Vondo Chidziva mobilizing in the rural areas, Comrade C. Chembiri leading the youth. So you can actually see that this is a well-blended team which is shaking ZANU-PF left, right, and center. This is the reason why they are not sleeping. This is the reason why they are doing whatever they can to make sure that they intimidate people, to make sure that they make people flee from the political arena in the nation of Zimbabwe. However, we still remain resolute, because if you go and match the people like Fadzai Mahere, Ostalo Siziba, match them with Tafadzwa Mugwadi and the Chinamasas, the Mchangwas, you can actually see that Mchangwa does have vocabulary, but it doesn't have anything new. It doesn't have modern ideas. It doesn't know anything about what we need as young people, because we have the future. We are the next few generation to lead this country. We have to make decisions because we have a longer period of being alive. So that is not disputed. We cannot continue to give a mandate to the people with less than 5 years to live, people without any future to talk about, because they've looted enough to sustain their families. So we thank the people who are running around on the front lines, and our mandate is to make sure that we give you that information. We come here, we talk to you, and we make sure that we blend each and every person. We create a community which ZANU-PF will find it difficult to dismantle. So we are going to come back, I think around past 1. Please, you have to be alert. You have to be alert, because there is an issue. We are gathering the facts of that issue. There is another CCC member who was murdered in Chitungwiza, violence. So we want to come back with that issue. We are still verifying the details of that issue, so that we come and give you the details. So if you can check on the screen, that those are the details from a tweet. So Edison Chinembiri zvirikwenzi akaurayiwa by suspected ZANU-PF people, and we want to do more investigations and come with that issue, so that we see how best we can make these issues more public, so that our people are protected and the perpetrators are brought to book, because we are not going to leave these things just like that. Even though action is not taken today, these videos are going to stay here forever, which means justice one day shall be pursued. People, even the next generations, will see these videos and begin to investigate what really happened, what really transpired, and justice one day shall be served. Because according to President Nelson Chamisa vakataura vachiti mhosva hairovi. Zvingaiti kanhasi tingarohwa tingashungurudzwa, asi mhosva hairovi. So I can conclude that hakuna munhu ari kuda kuuya panapa. I'm going to read zvikanzi pana memory Ncube. Sure, our vote is our voice, and that is very, 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 very true. Every way is corruption all over in country. That is Ndalo Dlamini, and I agree with you. Narumbidzai Kaframa. Yeah, these murderers must check their clock now. Yeah, indeed, they know very well kuti havasina time. So okay, Hanzi, which ZANU-PF are you talking about? We are talking about the real ZANU-PF Chacha Yamuno Zamkoma. It has been shaken. The reason why they've been shaken, the arrest of Honorable Job Sikhala. You don't arrest anybody on frivolous charges. Because when ndikakudza kuti wauraya munhu, kana kuti ndikata izvezvi ndiri panapa ndikataura kuti auraya kana kuti akauraya vanhu vese vakafa, achahaundwa nengozi iyo dzinofanira kuuya dzorevenge kana dzoavenja. Handina violence yandakonzeresa, because inini it is my right. There is no law which prohibits me kuenda kun'anga for avenging spirits to hound vanhu vanenge vauraya hama yangu. There is no law which prohibits me. So you can actually see that these are frivolous charges dzavari kungoisa, because they know very well the perpetrators of violence, that ZANU PF councillor and MP, they came and disrupted the funeral. They declared war on the people. So that alone is equal to violence. Yaifanira kunge vanhu izvezvizvi vatori mujere vari kurimandi vakatomirira kutozotongwa pamusoro peviolence yavakakonzeresa. But the perpetrators are free, whilst the victims are in jail or are in prison. So that is the reason why we are saying we need to fight and make sure that Honorable Job Sikhala is released, because he is our shield, he is our fighter. Ndo vanenge vari pamberi, making sure that he protects the boundaries. Isusu tichiteera, because Honorable Job Sikhala, as I mentioned earlier, is doing two things. He is linking the people and the president. So he is defending the political lines and defending the president at the same time, because the president cannot be on the forefront. There are issues which the president cannot say, but can be easily said by Honorable Job Sikhala. There are issues where the president cannot be present physically, but Honorable Sikhala can be present. So that alone, you would see that ZANU PF has felt that impact. That is the reason why they are trying by all means to make sure that they put him behind bars, they silence him. So you can actually see that they will release him, but the bail conditions will be to make him silent, will be trying to silence him. You see the bail conditions which he will be given. They will tell you what we are saying. They will confirm what we are just saying here. Because in a reasonable democracy, we would have seen the prosecution rejecting to prosecute this issue, which means Honorable Job Sikhala was supposed to be released, because the prosecution cannot prosecute without a proper law. They must, the role of the prosecution is not to send people to prison. They must prove that this case can be defended in court or can be answered in court. And which law is the prosecution using in court as it stands right now? Which law is the prosecution using? Because it will be the statement of Honorable Job Sikhala, which is public, versus the law. And if we are to transcribe the words he said, or the words of Honorable Job Sikhala, you would actually see that those words do not give enough evidence to say he incited violence or he sent anybody kuti anoita violence, because zviri kunzi violence yakaitika kuchitungwiza, it's just violence yakaitika, ani muruzvona. But ukatarisa zvakataurwa naHonorable Sikhala, vakati tichatoenda kana kung'anga. So if going kung'anga is inciting violence, we must have proof yevanhu vakaenda kung'anga kwacho. We must have proof yevanhu vaka-incitwa kuti vaende kung'anga vakaenda kung'anga. The state must prove that indeed kwakaendwa kung'anga, and indeed ng'anga iyi yakazokonzeresa violence. They must tell us the ng'anga, because the only ng'anga we know is that ng'anga iri kutenderera pama-social media ningi ichibuda iri kukoko. That is the only ng'anga we know. So you can actually see that this case does not hold any water. This case is a frivolous. This case is just a bogus case. The reason why they had to take him is to make sure that they silence him, because bail conditions will just come are very, very, very strict, to an extent yekuti vanenge vakungoti anything chavataura, anything chavaita vakusungwa. So you'd actually see that this is the culture we now have in Zimbabwe. Wopuwo Uchingono is suffering the same. Wopuwo Uchingono is on remand right now for exposing corruption. Saka, you'd actually see that that is the kind of state we have. Advocate Fadzai Maher is on remand right now for exposing violence, for exposing human rights abuses. So what kind of Zimbabwe do we have? What kind of a nation do we have where you as a citizen, you are not allowed to speak? Right now, they are saying, let's push for a patriotic bill. But what does a patriotic bill say? A patriotic bill will say two things. Number one, they want to silence people who are doing, who are the anti-violence, the anti-human rights people. Those are the targeted groups. But if we are to talk about being patriotic, no patriotic person will go and bank money in Switzerland. Who is banking that man? We know them. No patriotic person will loot diamonds and gold from his country and stash the money elsewhere. And we know who is doing that. No patriotic person will go and buy a house in Singapore, in China, in Malaysia, whilst at home people are struggling. No patriotic person will go to a hospital in China, in India, in Singapore, whilst here at home hospitals are in bad state. No patriotic person will watch cancer patients dying each and every time. No sane person or no sane leader would do that. So you can actually see that indeed the real patriots, we are the real patriots, because I have never looted, I have never stolen anybody's money, and I have never killed anybody. So panapa zvikanzi naShepherd Chirendo, musara usatambe nekufa kwevanhu. Yes, hatifaniri kutamba nekufa kwevanhu. Saka hazvisi zvinhu zvakanaka izvozvozvo. We must make sure that we protect everybody. We must make sure that everybody is protected, everybody is safe. The message from CCC leader is clear. Let's be peaceful. Let's make sure that we do everything peacefully. There is no need for violence. There are no benefits from being a violent political organization. For the last time, those who want to be part of this conversation, there is a link in the description box. Please use that link to join us live so that you can give your contributions. If you have any contributions to make, this is an opportunity. We give you opportunities to come here to speak live. It's either through comments or through live. You can join us live by just following the link, and I will add you right onto this discussion. So Team Zimbabwe, it has been a wonderful moment being with you. Please hit the subscribe button. Please ring the notification bell so that you don't miss out each and every time we go live or we post an update, because so long we are alive, we are going to roll our wire kusvika 2023 elections, giving you updates, discussing different issues, bringing different people on this platform. Basically, tichitaura about the 2023 elections, tichitaura about the political terrain, exposing whatever is happening in the nation of Zimbabwe, talking to each other, interacting. That is needed. That is very, very important, because by doing so, we create a community. So a lot of people are asking for my name, and my name is right on the screen there. That is my name. So I think those who are asking for my name, that has been answered. So Team Zimbabwe, thank you very much for being a family. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please go to our channel, ABTN News, and go and subscribe there. We are going to give you hourly updates from that platform. Here on this platform, we give you live broadcast updates, and from that platform, tineti chikupai short videos, short clips ezvinhu zvinenge zvichiitika, hourly updates tichikuadvisai kuti nyika yedu inenge ichifamba sei. So what we need ndezvekuti imimi endai munosubscribe in your numbers. Make sure that you have subscribed so that patineti tichirova basa you don't miss out. Reason why we are doing this is because ZBC does not cover us. ZBC only covers vanhu veZANU PF. ZBC only covers pro-ZANU PF things. They don't cover the opposition. They don't give us an opportunity to debate, to politically debate. We need an opportunity where we can politically debate, giving solutions to problems, criticizing, doing all sorts of things which are required by the law for us to do. But they don't want to give us such platforms, and we have decided to create our own platforms. And that is the reason why vari kuti ngakuye patriotic bill kuitira kuti vaedze kunyararidza vanhu, vaedze kusilenza vanhu. So tichiconcluda nyaya yedu, we have concluded kuti Honorable Job Sikhala managed to shake ZANU PF to an extent yekuti they have arrested the suspect, or they have released the suspect from the hideout, and they have arrested him, and he's now facing justice, because zvanga asiri kuzomira zvakanaka, munhu anga asiri kuzovigwa, and it was going to be difficult to force the burial of Moreblessing early because paingonzi munhu wese muroad, zvaibva zvashata, and vanhu vanenge vane justification, because the justification would be tiri kuda kuti vanhu vatange vabatwa vakauraya Mobi, then pozoitwa any other things. So till we meet again in other episodes, ngatingosubscribe. Tataura isusu tichikudzoka nenyaya iri right on the screen. We are making further inquiries kuti tinzwe kuti nyaya iyi yakafamba sei, so that we get the statement futi yevakuru, tichinzwe kuti what are the investigations looking like. There is another CCC Zimbabwe member, Edison Chinombiri, who is believed to have been murdered by suspected ZANU-PF thugs. So we need to explore that issue. We'll come back with that issue today, this afternoon, and make sure that we explore. So Pasha kwa munhu anoda kuuya pa live, I think we are ending this here. So tichingopedza ngati like, please, I'm seeing 111 people live right now. Can you please just hit the like button? Ngatingorova like button omana. Throw a like button so that when you like our video will be shown to as many people as possible. That is the secret iripo. When you like video redu rinoratidzwa kuvanhu vakawanda. When you share our video, will also be seen by a lot of people. When you subscribe, our platform will grow and you'll be given an opportunity to be notified. Partner Tichenda live, partner Tichita, all other activities and all other updates. So this is your people's platform. Platform ndeyenyu, inini changu kungoita zvangu basa rangu. So till we meet again in other episodes, much love.